I'm good. Brought to you by Janae Cook, Taylor Realty Group, 501-617-9747. Don't delay. Call Janae. Brought to you by M-Force Capital. Joanna Horton at M-Force Capital, 501-922-92. Your local professional in Hot Springs Village. And literally like your good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower, your State Farm agent. Your good neighbor is there, 501-984-4100. Those of you that are regular listeners or viewers, you may have heard me say this before. You may have heard this Christmas Thanksgiving story. I was at Rock Creek, which is typically a Baptist church in Little Rock. It's on 430. You drive past it all the time before you get to the Baptist and areas like that. And they are wonderful people. And they asked me to do a hayride. And they had a gentleman that was doing the hayrides, and we had a tractor, and we had a bed full of hay, and we had kids. And we would ride around the church. It was a pretty good-sized complex. So it would be a 5 to 8 minute trip or something like that. And I had hundreds of kids, and I felt it was my job to be entertaining but connecting, because frankly, not everybody that went to these hayrides would be a church member or associate. So, I wanted to be friendly and accommodating, and I didn't know. I never knew who was going to get on the bus or the trailer. So I helped this group of kids up, and we're riding around, and we're singing Grandma Got Run Over by the Reindeer, and we're singing Silent Night, Holy Night, and we're doing all this a cappella, and it's a lot of fun. Pretty good singers. So to kind of break things up in between the songs, I would ask the kids, what do you want for Christmas? Kind of a, old bald-headed Denny Claus, if you know what I mean. Don't picture it. And this would be probably about 2006, maybe 2005. And I went around to everybody and I said, you want the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip? Or do you want the latest Nintendo? Or do you want the latest Xbox game? Or, what are you looking for? And it's enlightening. Ask kids what they want for Christmas. You'll find out. And there was one little boy that was kind of quiet. He was probably 10 or 11. He looked really familiar. And I got around to him and I said, what do you want for Christmas? You want the Kung Fu grip? What do you want? And he said words that have affected me for the last 18 years. I'm good. I said, what? He said, I'm good. I said, so there's not really anything you want for Christmas? Nothing? No, I'm good. Now, the problem with knowing the things I know and knowing the people I know and knowing the associations I know is I can't turn this stupid brain off. This is the great-great-grandson, this young boy is. It started all clicking in my head. He's the great-great-grandson of the president of Ouachita Baptist University. His dad is a staff member here at the church. His mother is at the Baptist, just right over there, maybe 3 miles as the crow flies from Rock Creek. His mother has stomach cancer. Very serious stomach cancer. And his family and my family know a lot of the same members. And his family asked for Mark Ross, a guy I grew up with and went to church with at Gar Springs. He asked for him to come in because he was really good friends with her mother. So my mind is whirling, and I'm sure I'm not even speaking. My brain's so busy working. Because I'm realizing that everybody else here is thinking about the G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip. Except for this little boy, who says 2 words, I'm good. Your mom's at the hospital, gravely ill. They have called friends and relatives in for their final words. She will not make it. But you can say, I'm good. How do you do that? How do you be 10 or 11 and put aside worldly things? I know his family. I know him. Child must have been praying for his mom nonstop. But in his young mind, I'm certain all he wanted was her home. That's all of us wanted. This is not a Hollywood ending. This is not a Hallmark movie. This is not the, but at the last minute. No. Less than 2 days later, she passed away. But for 18 years, it hasn't passed me. And I've told this story numerous times. Not because it's happy and cheery. Not because it has a Hollywood ending. Not because the Hallmark movie ends with a dog and the guy from out of town you haven't seen for 25 years. I tell this story because of the strength and character of a young man who today, when I talk with him, doesn't remember a lot about this. His father has actually moved to Spain. They're very interesting people. They're fascinating. And for 17 years, 18 years, I have not used their name, and I don't intend to. But I'm staggered by the size of the character of this young man. Did he understand everything that's going on? Maybe not. I don't know. But to be selfless enough to not be absorbed in material things, to not be absorbed in all this Christmassy thing, was amazing to me. To this day, he is not involved in social media. He's never seen one of these posts, to my knowledge. He may have. But for the last, on and off, for the last probably 10 years, I've been posting these videos about I'm good. And I am good. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. Some of you older Americans who typically are my watchers will know that song. It is well with my soul, written in the late 1700s by a gentleman who received news in the New World. He had moved to the New World, set up everything for his family, and had sent for passage for them to come across the shores, come across the big ocean, and join him. I'm sorry, I believe it would have been the early 1800s. I'm mistaken. And he got word that their boat had been swamped, that they had been lost in a storm, that it was his wife, and I believe it was 2 children, 2 daughters, I believe, had died. And he had the courage and the fortitude to say, when peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll. Yeah, you get that sense now? Whatever my lot, you've taught me to say, it's well with my soul. Oh, but for that peace. Oh, goodness, before that peace. I've worked on this show, the parts of this show, for several hours now, and I still don't have the answer to the end. I want to encourage you to have peace. That peace is not found under the Christmas tree. It's not found in a Hallmark movie. It's not found in the arms of friends, although those are wonderful things. It's found in Jesus Christ, our Savior. Some of you know that, some of you understand that, some of you actively participate that, and some of you don't, and that's fine. My intent is not to recruit today. My intent is to help you find peace and joy. In late September, Diana and I found out that she had breast cancer. And my world has never been the same. If you've seen my post and you know how I adore that woman, it rocked me to my very core. It would be hard at that time to say I'm good. We had a medical misstep. We went to a supposed professional who literally said, "It's garden variety, just cut it off." And she meant the entire breast. We went to another doctor at Carti, Dr. Jerry Fant, who said, "I'm going to make a little incision, take it out, and you're going to quote," and I quote here, "go back to living your life." I looked it up later. I didn't understand what that meant at that time. And I understand go back to living your life. What she meant was, and what medical professionals use that term for, is that's the point at which you go from patient to person. Go back to live your life. Nothing but the last 4 months have taught me that, my friends, you have your day today, and that's it. I have played some great songs on the radio on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock on KVRE. Live Like You're Dying. All I Want Is One More Day With You. I played a lot of those. They all have a new, fresh, and clear meaning to me now. They all mean a lot more than they ever did before. So my prayer is twofold for you today. Number one, that you can say, I'm good, which, after lots of prayer, lots of holding my beautiful wife, lots of AI, and lots of diagnosing and understanding and discussing with the doctor, I am good. And Diane is good. And we are going about living the rest of our lives. I will say this, I don't want to get into her medical condition. It's not germane to this video. But I will say this, that we have the very, very, very best bad news you could get. They determined that chemotherapy would not be necessary, that radiation would not be necessary. Who's heard of that? Literally some of the advantages that we're taking advantage of. There will be a new one that happens January 1st. There's a new law passing about this. The new test that we were taking, that we were looking up and researching in AI, were just available since September. To which Diane, who seldom cries, said, this is another way that God's hand has reached out over us and is protecting us. She's so right. She is so right. My friends, think today about how God is sheltering you and holding you in His hand. Think today about how the Spirit is keeping you. We all, everyone here, we breathe another breath because of the goodness and graciousness of God. It literally isn't anything we do. And I could not be more grateful for that wife, this wonderful life, you wonderful people who watch and listen, my friends who just happen to be sponsors, Ike, Joanna, Janae, Tanya and Marty at the home plate, Michael and Tammy at the tavern. I cannot tell you the hours these people have held my hand, prayed for me, and encouraged me while I'm encouraging Diane. We need each other, and I need you, believe it or not. But I need you to be good. I need you to be able to say, I'm good. And I've thought a lot about how do we say I'm good? How do you get to that point? What happened in the heart of that little 10-year-old that led him to the place where he could say, I'm good? And the answer is, he let go of it all. He let go of all the commercial things. He let go of all the desire and the toys and the, pardon the term for Christmas, greed. But there is, there is. He let go of all that. And he said, I'm good. My friends, I personally believe that all of us could let go of these material things, hold our loved ones, thank our Lord above, and say, I'm good. I hope you can. From the beautiful, blessed, grateful, blessed beyond measure shores of Lake DeSoto, I'm Dennis Simpson for Dennis and Diana. Thank you. We're good. We will. See you next time. Don't delay. Call Janae. Janae Cook, Taylor Realty, 501-617-9747. Whether you're buying, selling, or just considering. Oh, we don't need a realtor yet. Yes, you do. Don't delay. Call Janae. 501-617-9747. Call 501-922-9259. Joanna Horton at M-Force Capital. She can offer a complimentary financial evaluation planning session just for you and your needs. Once again, 501-922-9259.
Hot Springs Village Venues is brought to you by KVRE at 92.9 and streaming worldwide on iHeartRadio. KVRE is your family-owned local hometown radio station, so be sure and tune in for live local programming, news, sports, and information every day at 92.9. HSV Radio. HSV Radio is heard every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or streaming on any of the major platforms. Hot Springs Village Radio is an eclectic mix of music, motivation, great music history, and Saturday morning fun. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m., 92.9. And brought to you by the Hot Springs Village Voice, Hot Springs Village only newspaper, also serving all of Saline and Garland County. Your local newspaper for local events. No one else has more local news than the Hot Springs Village Voice about the Hot Springs Village area. Sign up today at hsvvoice.com or call 501-623-6397. Again, that's 501-623-6397. Located at 3576 North Highway 7 in Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, just in front of Walmart. Brought to you by Gotta Go Vacations. www.gottagovacations.com. Troy Woods and Patrick Cunningham at 501-204-4805 can help you with any of your travel needs. Patrick and Troy have been airline stewards for decades, and their experience and their travel can serve you well. GottaGoVacations.com, again, that's GottaGoVacations.com, can help you book the perfect tour for you, whether it's a riverboat cruise up the Mississippi or the Rhine. These guys are who you need to call. 501-204-4805. Troy or Patrick, 501-204-4805. GottaGoVacations.com. D&D Village Properties. Hot Springs Village only short-term rental with over 2,100 five-star reviews. All properties are lakefront. They include complimentary kayaks, hot tub, pet-friendly, and a stunning view of the lake. Visit DD Village Prop today for your vacation getaway.